I'm Vince DeFranco from Synesthesia Corporation, and we're here to show Pipes. It's your all-new audio engine. It's a sample player, MIDI sound computer. It takes the place of a laptop and an audio interface, and it actually outperforms any other sample playback unit and even out-horsepowers a laptop in many situations. So let me show you a little bit of what it does. It's a 48K, 24-bit, 64 voice with 4 milliseconds latency sample playback unit. So of course, sample playback. Lay out your own patches. We've got full instruments on board. It's an onboard library, or you can add your own sounds. So good old sampled, heavily sampled Steinway staccato there. Plays waves, AIFs, and our MDA file format, which is multiple positions, multiple velocities, and round robins at every position. So there are multiple instruments on board. We've also got what you're used to for digital effects. So we've got delay, filters, reverb, EQ, etc. We're adding to that list all the time. And we're introducing tweakers, which, as opposed to affecting your sound on the way out of the unit, you can affect your trigger signal on the way in. So we can fiddle with your MIDI on the way in. We have a long list of tweakers on board, and you can also build your own in pure data if you're adventurous. So things like arpeggiators. Another example of a more intricate one would be using aftertouch to increase the speed of your triggering. And now we're also introducing something called pipes, which you may be familiar with splits on a keyboard. We actually have pipelines. You can designate the different parts of your keyboard, and each pipeline can have its own tweakers and its own effects, regardless of where the sounds are. So for example, here's the regular piano down here, regular marimba up here. Here we've got piano with digital delay. Here we've got marimba, tweaker, and a panning effect on it. For that kind of effect. So you might think I can do all that with my laptop, but here are some areas you can go into that your laptop can't perform. Let me just give you an example of, let me get an arpeggio going here. It's just an arpeggio going up and down 3 octaves of the piano. That's a 2 gigabyte piano instrument playing. I can instantly switch to a 2 gigabyte marimba, to a 3 gigabyte other instrument, to a multi-gigabyte separate instrument. Effects, pitch bending, and it handles a lot of fast notes. The audio engine is very capable. So, in that regard, you could have huge instruments loaded up, 16 gigabytes, more, 50 gigabytes, press a button and instantly switch to another huge instrument over and over and over with absolutely no latency, because up to 20,000 samples are always loaded and streaming from memory with less than 4 milliseconds latency.